Hey everyone, welcome to OnlineFuss Weekend Roundup News, your weekly dose of what's buzzing around the internet. The US and China have agreed to a 90-day tariff truce, marking what President Trump calls a total reset. At the talks in Geneva, both sides will slash their triple-digit tariffs, the US dropping 30%, China to 10%.
We have reached an agreement on a 90-day pause and substantially moved down the tariff levels. Both sides on the reciprocal tariffs will move their tariffs down 115%. We had very robust discussions. Both sides showed great respect. It was a chance for me to meet the Chinese delegation. The vice premier I had previously had only a video call with. Ambassador Jameson was familiar with two of the other leaders on the delegation from his previous time. So there was very good personal interaction. Both countries represented their national interests very well. We concluded that we have shared interest, and we both have an interest in balanced trade. The U.S. will continue moving towards that.
Trump says he may speak to President Xi by week's end, as both nations prep for more talks. The news sent markets surging. China also hailed the deal as substantial progress and agreed to remove some non-tariff barriers. US President Donald Trump says he plans to call Russian President Vladimir Putin on Monday, followed by a call to Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky and NATO leaders in hopes of ending the war in Ukraine. Trump says his goal is to stop the bloodbath and push for a ceasefire. The Kremlin confirmed preparations for the call are underway. This comes just after recent peace talks in Istanbul broke down, although both sides did agree to a prisoner exchange. Meanwhile, Russia bombed a civilian evacuation bus, killing 9. Zelensky called it a deliberate attack and urged for an immediate ceasefire. Trump warned he may abandon his peace push if no progress is made, but hinted that a face-to-face with Putin could still be on the table. Nvidia won't release another AI chip from its Hopper series for China. CEO Jensen Huang confirmed that the company can no longer modify the H20 chip, which is currently the only model legally allowed under US export restrictions. Wang, who visited China after the new limits took effect, emphasized China's importance to Nvidia's business. Reports say a downgraded chip may still launch soon to recover lost market share from local competitors like Huawei. China brought in $17 billion for Nvidia last fiscal year, 13% of its total revenue. Google's rolling out a big accessibility update for Chrome on Android. Now, you can zoom in on just the text without messing up the layout of the page. Just tap the 3-dot menu and adjust the slider to your liking.
Read with ease with Page Zoom. Page Zoom now lets you increase the size of the text you see in Chrome on Android without affecting the web page layout or your browsing experience, just like how it works on Chrome desktop. You can customize how much you want to zoom in and easily apply the preference to all the pages you visit or just specific ones. To start using this feature, just tap the 3-dot menu in the top right corner on Chrome and set your zoom preferences.
On desktop, Chrome can now recognize text in scanned PDFs, letting you copy, search, or use a screen reader. Also, Google's TalkBack is getting smarter with Gemini AI, allowing users to ask detailed questions about images. And expressive captions are launching too, showing not just what someone says, but how they say it.
More AI-powered innovation with Android. We're building on our work and integrating the best of Google AI and Gemini into core mobile experiences customized for vision and hearing. Get all the details with Gemini and TalkBack. Last year we brought Gemini's capabilities to TalkBack, Android's screen reader, providing people who are blind or low vision with AI-generated descriptions for images, even when there's no alt text. Today, we're expanding this Gemini integration so people can ask questions and get responses about their images. That means the next time a friend texts you a photo of their new guitar, you can get a description and ask follow-up questions about the make and color, or even what else is in the image. People can now also get descriptions and ask questions about their whole screen. So if you're shopping for the latest sales on your favorite shopping app, you can ask Gemini about the material of an item or if a discount is available. Understand more of the emotion behind captions. With expressive captions, your phone provides real-time captions for anything with sound across most apps on your phone, using AI to not only capture what someone says, but how they say it. We know one of the ways people express themselves is by dragging out the sound of their words, which is why we developed a new duration feature on expressive captions, so you can know when a sports announcing is calling out an amazing shot, or when the video message is not no, but no. You also receive even more labels for sounds, so you know when someone is whistling or clearing their throat. This new version is rolling out in English in the US, UK, Canada and Australia for devices running Android 15 and above.
The popular YouTube channel Outdoor Boys Saying Goodbye, creator Luke Nichols, who built a community of nearly 50 million subscribers, says the decision comes down to privacy. With billions of views across YouTube and other platforms, Nichols says the fame has become overwhelming, especially for his family.
Hey everyone, this is going to be my last video for a little while. I've been making YouTube videos for 11 years now. It's been a wild ride. The amount of time and energy that I've dedicated to making YouTube videos is hard to communicate. So many late nights editing and packing and unpacking, camping with pneumonia, building log cabins while injured. But it's been a tremendous adventure and it's allowed me to provide for my family while making wonderful memories with my wife and kids. In just the last 18 months, this YouTube channel has gained about 12 million subscribers. And because of people stealing my content, posting it on other platforms, my family and I have been viewed about 4 billion times, in addition to the 2.8 billion views on YouTube. The sheer volume of fans trying to contact me, trying to take pictures with me, or just trying to come up and talk to me in public, could be a bit overwhelming at times. And my wife and I, we both have real concerns about what this will do to our family if I keep growing my YouTube channel at this pace. And the time to stop is before this problem gets so out of hand that my family and I can't live normal lives. Now there's more than one reason for making this decision, and I still enjoy making videos and I still enjoy going on ventures, but it's time to start focusing on other things. And that's what I'm going to be doing. For one thing, I've got 3 little boys who all want to be YouTubers, including my oldest son, Tom, who's got his own channel, the Outdoor Tom YouTube channel, but I want to spend more time helping him with his channel and preparing him to be an adult, which is going to be in less than 6 years. But I've spent so much time focusing on me and my family and growing my business. It's time to step back and focus on helping other people for a change. And I'm excited to see where that takes me. But no matter what, this is going to be my last video for a while. Now I know there's some of you out there who've gotten more than just entertainment from my videos. If you feel my videos have helped you in some way, then go out and find someone you can help. I'll see you guys later.
From constant public attention to stolen content reposted online, he says it's time to step away before it affects their ability to live a normal life. Spotify is walking back a controversial change after a backlash from podcasters. Earlier this month, they started showing public play counts for podcast episodes, hoping it would help with discovery. But smaller creators pushed back, saying low numbers might scare off new listeners. Now, Spotify says it only displays play counts once an episode hits 50,000 plays, and even then, just a milestone marker. Creators can still see exact numbers privately, but the public won't. Turns out, nobody really asked for this feature in the first place. Austria has won this year's Eurovision Song Contest with Wasted Love by JJ. dramatic operatic club anthem that wowed both the jury and public, earning 436 points.
Austria's JJ has won the 69th Eurovision Song Contest in Basel. The classically trained singer took home the iconic glass trophy with the pop opera song Wasted Love. Israel's Yuval Raphael came in second, and Estonia's Tommy Cash took a close third place. This year's contest was roiled for a second year by disputes over Israel's participation. Dozens of former participants, including last year's winner Nemo, called for Israel to be excluded. Pro-Palestinian and pro-Israel protests both took place in Basel, though on a much smaller scale than at last year's event in Sweden. The European Broadcasting Union tightened the contest's code of conduct this year, calling on participants to respect Eurovision's values of universality, diversity, equality, and inclusivity, and its political neutrality.
JJ, a countertenor, blended orchestral swells with dance beats to take the top spot. Israel came in second with a heartfelt track from Yuval Raphael, survivor of the October 7 attacks. Controversy surrounded Israel's participation, with protests calling for its removal due to the ongoing war in Gaza. The night featured bold performances, surprise snubs, and a crowd of over 160 million viewers across the globe. Season 2 of HBO's The Last of Us is streaming now, reviving fears of a fungal pandemic. While the show is fiction, experts say the science behind it hits closer to home than we'd like.
I don't think that the mushroom zombies are here to get us. I think that's it's a fun show, but it does really emphasize that fungal disease is important. It's a big problem for our patients in the hospital, and it's going to continue to be a problem with the growing immunosuppressed group and sort of the effects of climate change. A lot of different fungi really have a particular thermal barrier, a temperature that they like to grow at, and some people think that our human body temperature has evolved specifically because of fungi, and we're just too warm for the vast majority of fungi to grow. We definitely have seen climate change affect different fungal pathogens around the world. We have several that have emerged, newly emerged, so Candida auris would be the example for that. We do think coccidioides, the fungus that causes valley fever, has also moved throughout North America as a result of climate change. And then sporothrix, an infection primarily in Brazil, has moved from plants to cats as a reservoir.
According to researchers, fungal infections like valley fever and Candida auris are on the rise, partly due to climate change. Yet, treatments remain limited. Only 4 new antifungal drugs have been approved globally in the past decade, and resistance is growing. Vaccines are in development, including one for valley fever being tested in dogs and humans, but none are FDA approved yet. Unlike in the series, immunity doesn't come from the brain. It's the immune system's T cells doing the heavy lifting if you're lucky. With few treatments and rising threats, experts warn when it comes to fighting fungi, we're dangerously unprepared. Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning stunned audiences at the Cannes Film Festival with a high-octane premiere. Critics praised it as a thrilling spectacle, with The Guardian calling Cruise a superhuman action hero, and The Hollywood Reporter describing the stunts as jaw-dropping and insane. Despite mixed opinions about its depth, Cruise daring, including hanging off a biplane for 22 minutes, proved his commitment. The film, delayed by COVID and strikes, is one of Hollywood's most expensive yet. It's set to hit theaters across Europe, the Middle East, and Asia this week, with the US release just a few days behind. The ex-partner of Sean Diddy Combs gave emotional testimony in court, accusing the music mogul of rape and years of physical abuse. Now 8 months pregnant, Cassie described coercive sex parties, violent assaults, and threats during their relationship, which ended in 2018. She said the trauma led to addiction, suicidal thoughts, and a need for rehab. Prosecutors also showed hotel footage of Combs allegedly dragging and beating her. Combs denied all charges, and his defense claims Cassie took drugs voluntarily. Her cross-examination continues, but Cassie says she's testifying because she can't carry the shame anymore. Fortnite is once again offline on iOS, even in Europe. Epic Games says Apple blocked its latest submission, causing the game to be pulled from iPhones and iPads worldwide. According to Epic, Apple's refusal affects both the US App Store and third-party stores in the EU. Apple, however, claims it didn't remove the game and only asked Epic Sweden to resubmit without including the US storefront. Epic had used its Swedish account to comply with a court ruling allowing external payment links. Now, Epic CEO Tim Sweeney is calling out Apple's review process, accusing it of favoring knockoff games while Fortnite remains banned. That is all for this week's Roundup News. For more online news, just head on to our website at www.onlinefuss.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for updates from OnlineFuss. You can also check us on all social media platforms. Just check the description for more details. I'm Alex. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.